Clarity flowed through her body before touching down in her mind. Discussion about the Lord's Prayer, the way people do when they think they're talking about words, not realizing they're actually talking about divinity. The conversation stays polite, almost academic, until it doesn't, until something underneath surfaces quietly. Not with drama, but with what happens when truths sometimes surface after they've been waiting a long time to be named. She spoke about blessing as expectation, about goodness as the default posture of the divine, about a heavenly one who pours, who gives, who delights in generosity without needing to be convinced. She realizes, as she speaks, that she had always lived this way, even without the language for it. She moves through the world assuming benevolence, assuming that life leans toward good, assuming that what meets her is meant to nourish rather than correct. It has shaped risk, hope, prayer. He listens lovingly, then shares something very different. His divine was vigilant, strong, attentive to wrongdoing, one who loves, but only through order, discipline, consequence. One whose hand is steady, not because it pours, but because it restrains. It wasn't cruel, it wasn't angry, it was simply structured around correction rather than abundance. Clarity flowed through her body before touching down in her mind. This wasn't a disagreement to solve, not a misunderstanding to translate, but two entirely different filters placed over the same exact words. Two ways of seeing the omniscient that cannot be reconciled into a single shared vision, not without distorting both. It was then that she understood what had baffled her for years. The attempts to bring together the ways of seeing the divine had never failed because it was explained poorly. They failed because they were never meant to succeed. It is not possible to tap into infinite good through a lens designed to watch for infinite punishment. And you cannot ask someone to abandon the framework that has kept them safe. The realization brought relief, not distance. It didn't mean one was wrong. It meant accuracy. Accurate about what was believed. Accurate about orientation toward the unseen. Accurate about the fact that shared life does not require shared metaphysics. They can walk together, they can build something loving and real and steady, but it is done on two different sides of the road, aware of where the paths diverge, careful not to pretend that they converge when they do not. Her life depends upon believing she is met with goodness. His depends upon believing he is held to account. Neither cancels the other, but they cannot be merged. And that, honestly, the shared accuracy, it feels like love.